Good morning and welcome to episode 1410 of Hard Factor. It is Friday, March 1st, 2024. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80% accuracy guaranteed. Everything you need to know in 40 minutes or less. But if you need more, go to patreon.com/hardfactor. Today, Wes has the latest on the Jerry Jones paternity case for us.
Yeah, gonna give you all a little taste of what our new show Let's Go on patreon.com/hardfactor is like. We cover stories like this, sports related stories, irreverent, dark side, funny side of sports. So hope you enjoy it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Sounds great. Sounds
Let's
great.
go.
Hey, live viewers who are watching us tape on X, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. I know that it's not March 1st yet. Okay, we tape the show the night before the podcast goes out. All right, just
you don't have to tell them. Well, they'll figure it out because they're going to love the show. They're going to come back. They're going to figure it out.
That's right. And then
never apologize. Never retreat.
Right.
Always.
Of course. Sorry, I don't apologize, but go subscribe on Spotify and Apple Pods nonetheless. Pat's got Lauren Boebert's kid making sex tapes and much more.
Yeah, it's that specifically, Will, that is why we're covering it. Wasn't going to cover it. Kid got arrested. That broke earlier this week, but it just keeps getting hairier and hairier and sexier. So we're going to talk about it.
Like my dong.
Yep.
That's
like
nice.
Wes's dong. The deeper you go, the hairier it gets. So
It's getting hairier.
It's almost gone. It's almost disappeared at this point.
it's a little deeper there. Yeah, but it's got hair. It's hairier.
Turtle inside the hedges. Yeah.
Yeah, you got trimmers on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's a hair in my mouth.
Mark, he's got a major fool in school for us on deck or in the hole. Sorry.
I do, and I don't think we're covering it because we try to stay away from the Middle East war. But Israel, stop killing people. It's Hamas's assholes, but the 100+ people that got killed in the Gaza Strip, that was disgusting.
No, wait,
Knock it
Mark.
off.
I heard that there was a stampede, not necessarily.
Okay, whatever. Stop killing people over there, everyone. But knock it
running
off.
with the bulls of the bulls.
Yeah.
What if they really hate him?
Yeah, okay. That's all I had to say about it. Just stop. Just knock it off. It's not cool.
Is
Knock
the
it
Middle
off,
East the
Israel.
major fool in school you got? For
No,
us?
no. There's a much more fun story.
Okay, awesome.
Israel.
Yeah, but point taken. Nice. And I've got a segment to close the week called "Just Being Stupid," I guess. And it's just what people are doing. So
You hear that, Jews? Knock it off.
It's not what I meant.
It's not
It's
just
not
them.
the people of Israel or the people of it's Hamas and the Israeli.
Iran has some blame over
military.
there too.
that's Hard Factor's racism expert Wes just clearing up, cutting to the chase.
Just
you know,
testing you.
Stop killing innocent people on both sides.
Not beat around the,
hostages go, too.
just not beat around the menorah.
Yeah,
All right.
end up in
All
Wes's bush, in his
Moving
hedges.
on.
Turtle.
This one might be a yellow on YouTube. This one might be not monetized on YouTube. Whatever.
Well,
Fuck it.
We're having a real life discussion, okay, fellas. And Wes, you want to kick us off with the news?
Yeah, let's kick it off. Guys, let's face it. Jerry Jones is one of the most hideous looking old white rich men in the world. I mean, look at this guy. Woof. Woof.
Tell them, dude.
Woof.
We need to circumcise the mosquito on this
Dude,
one.
He looks a lot like Uncle
testicle.
Fester from the Addams Family movie remakes that was played by Christopher Lloyd, right?
Yeah.
Like with the hunch. He's got a Fester hunch.
He looks kind of like a testicle with eyes.
He does look like a testicle with eyes. Yeah. or like a deep sea fish.
Yeah,
Like all
yes.
those things. Yeah.
Yeah.
The ones that are way low in the pressure.
Yeah. Ones that you can't see that are just in the total darkness.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They have no reason to evolve to be even moderately attractive because they're just down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he didn't always look like that. Back in the 90s, the now 81-year-old who was born in 1942 in Los Angeles looked a lot less ghoulish. Here he is from 1994 with his wife, Jean, who he's been married to since 1963, has 3 children with her. But marriage never stopped the billionaire from pursuing other ventures, other pussy, or having other children. Now, you might have heard that since
How old is he, Wes? I'm going to cut you off.
81.
That was That was from 1994. That picture. Huh? That's 30 years ago.
94. Yeah.
I thought you were going to put up the picture where he's just standing at the historic event where the National Guard had to come in to integrate.
I left that one alone.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah. Yeah. I left that one.
Just
He was in the
I was
back.
just checking it out.
He was in
Or
the
the one where
background.
he's getting over the pants fake BJ from the Hot Chicks.
Was he?
Isn't that one
He's
of it?
lived a hell of a life, that
Yeah.
Jerry Jones.
Listen,
You
he's
know?
a dog.
It's Forrest Gumpian, dude. When you look at the photo of the school integration and then some of the places he's been, it's like you can't believe he's in the background there, dude.
That's Jerry.
Yeah.
Always
you
in
guys-
the mix. That Jerry.
Yeah. Listen, he's a billionaire, and he's gotten around. He's lived a full life. And you might have heard that since 1998, Jones has been paying a woman named Cynthia Davis, a former airline employee whom Jones met in Little Rock during the mid 90s and whom Jones fucked a kid into during that time. Cynthia was also married, and Jerry has been paying her and taking care of his love child, Alexandra, who is a very beautiful young lady, since that time. The only stipulation was that Jerry, like Larry King or the Bidens, didn't want to see her.
Okay. Wow.
And yeah, I don't want to.
She also looks shockingly like the girl that was giving the fake BJ to him.
Yeah, there you go. Look at that.
So Jerry fathered this kid and then said, "All right, I'll pay for it, but I don't bring it near me."
I don't want anyone to know that she's mine. I don't want to.
Both married,
yeah.
right? So Wes covered that. Both married. That's Jerry's saying that. Yeah, it's we're gonna agree that this didn't happen. But
look, I'm sure your husband will be fine with it. He can raise
one of mine.
Raise one of mine, no problem, right? I'll
got
just
good
give you
lawyers
money,
for
it'll be
that.
fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say now there's the give you money stipulation, right?
You'll have
Yes.
the finest suite at Jerry World Stadium in Arlington, Texas.
Yeah, and Jones,
Right.
to his credit, he kept up to the end of the bargain. As Wikipedia says, Jones has paid nearly $3 million to Alexandra and her mother, which included the woman's full tuition at Southern Methodist University, a $70,000 Range Rover on her 16th birthday, and then any other requests for money or expenses far exceeded the amount that Jones agreed to pay in the trust agreement by nearly $1 million over the years. Now, $3 million.
That's
Right.
yeah.
I mean, so, but Jerry Jones is a billionaire, and I'm sure his real kids have seen a lot more than $3-4 million over the years.
Sure.
It also included $33,000 for a Sweet 16 birthday party, which was featured on the reality TV show Big Rich Texas when her and her mother appeared on that show.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, were they like, hey, did they mention Jerry's illegitimate child?
No, they can't, Mark. It's part of the gag order.
Yeah, it's
Right.
part of the trust that Jerry doesn't want to have. He doesn't want to be known as her father. But
Which, if
you
you're,
know,
if you're doing a gag order with Wes, it's gonna get hairy in your mouth.
that's right. That's right. Yeah, you won't be able to talk for weeks. But little girls grow up and get curious and want validation and to know who the fuck they really are, which is fair. So in March of 2022, the now 27-year-old Alexandra, she filed legal action against Jones, and she was like, "Hey, look, I know you had this agreement with my mom, but I wasn't part of that agreement. I had no say in the agreement. I want you to admit, or I want to know that you're my dad." And she eventually dropped that suit because it wasn't, according to, I guess, her lawyers, the right way to go about making Jerry admit that he was her father. And then she went a different route. She went the paternity test route. So initially, a judge, I guess 2 years ago, said, "Yeah, we agree, Jerry, you need to take this paternity test." He appealed, and part of his appeal was like, "Look, again, this young lady's father, Cynthia's mother, has been raising her since she was a little one, and he's done a fabulous job, and I don't see any reason to get me involved. I've been paying and blah, blah, blah." And the judge said, "No, Jerry, blah, blah, that's not the case." So he went to appeals, and then just recently, I guess today, the judge rejected his appeal. Now Jerry must take that paternity test.
Nice.
Yeah.
Jerry.
Yeah.
So you are the father. Yeah. I mean, he's going to be the
The
father
$3
because he's
million.
paid all the money.
Right.
Right. There's a long legal money trail that basically he's admitting that he is the father. But now my
Would he
question
look
is,
foolish if he isn't, right?
Who is?
yeah.
Because all the
Have you guys seen
payments.
that clip? I forget
Right.
the basketball player. It's gone viral like 4 or 5 times. Who might have been a football player, athlete, paying his baby mama directly, right, for years and years and years, millions of dollars. And then when the kid turned 18 right about, she took him to court and said, he hasn't paid me a dime in child support. I said, what are you talking about, man? I paid her millions of dollars, $3 million, in fact. And the judge was like, you got to go through the courts. These were gifts. So now he owes another $3 million in child support.
That's what I couldn't figure out, Pat. I looked at it. I don't know what the legal ramifications are if he is proven through the law, through paternity test, to be this girl's dad, which apparently he is.
Wes,
will he owe then millions of dollars?
It won't matter for Jerry.
No, it won't matter. But will he owe? I mean,
Wes, is there any chance that Alexandra could take over the Cowboys from this? Because
I don't know. I mean, I know that he is given, like, there's one of his daughters and his wife Jean, who doesn't look like she's all there in that picture. But I know that they hold prominent positions in the Cowboys organization. So maybe that's what Alexandra's after. I think she just wants him to fucking admit, like, hey, acknowledge me as your fucking daughter, you douche.
And this is interesting timing. Yeah, the Dallas Cowboys were just valued at over $9 billion, the number one franchise in the world, over like Real Madrid and all of that shit. It's the number one sports team.
Look, $3 million is over 27 years is fucking chump change. So hopefully she does get a payday, because she, if she is Jerry Jones's daughter, she deserves it. Also, Jones and Davis, who left her husband, I guess it didn't work out. Raising Jerry Jones's daughter was a little bit too much for the marriage strain, and they have since separated. But apparently she sued Jones for defamation back in March of 2023. That was dismissed, refiled. So I guess that's still ongoing. But Jones is going to have to go get some blood drawn and admit publicly that, Alexandra's my daughter, and we'll see what happens after that. I don't know. So that's the latest of what's going on with Jerry.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Surprised he only has the one. I wouldn't be surprised if some more started popping up.
For sure.
But let's say she wasn't sure if in fact Jerry wanted to see her or not, and she couldn't get in touch with him because his lawyers were, honestly protecting him. Being seen by her.
Can you see Jerry in her? I mean, you can't see her now because he's just. I mean, she's pretty.
She looks just like him.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, if she was trying to see Jerry and he was saying I don't want to see her, but she couldn't get to him because of the lawyers, she could start a website. That would be one way to get to him, and she could do that with Squarespace. That'd be super easy to do, because Squarespace is by far the absolute easiest platform to set up and build your website. Whether if you're in e-commerce or you're building a fan site, no matter what it is, Squarespace is the place to go. It's got drag and drop tech, guys. It's no easy. Okay, I mean it's so easy. Is what I meant to say.
So easy. Sponsor of the podcast today.
It's so easy, right?
And it's so easy that we could do it. Yeah,
it's no easy.
It's so easy, and it's bringing you this podcast today. Okay, Squarespace is it's an all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs. You can succeed online, like get in touch with Jerry Jones, your long-lost dad. The lawyers can't take down a website, and Jerry likes to surf. Google his own name. Think about it. It's genius. You could do it in minutes. You could use some of the product features, guys, like, I don't know, the Fluid Engine, a next-generation website design system from Squarespace, where it's never been easier to unlock unbreakable creativity, best-in-class website templates. I mean, like, essentially what it is, guys, you might be thinking, like, I could never make a website, but you can. Because Squarespace has made that possible. You could sell shirts, custom merch through the online store. Those are services offered via Squarespace that say, are you my dad, Jerry? Sell them outside of football games and online on your website that I'm talking about. You could do an email campaign, all sorts of stuff to figure out if Jerry's your dad. It's Squarespace, baby. There's no doubt about it. It's the best and the easiest. And if you want to set up a website with Squarespace, it's pretty easy. You go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and you go to it's /HARDFACTOR. It always is. Squarespace.com/HARDFACTOR. Save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Pretty simple. Squarespace.com/HARDFACTOR. Save 10% off your purchase of a website or domain using code HARDFACTOR. So squarespace.com/HARDFACTOR. Get that 10% off using code HARDFACTOR.
I got a brilliant name for the website too that definitely is available. Jerry's Kids.
Yeah.
There's no way Jerry's Kids is available.
Yeah.
No, but circumcisingthemosquito.com might be available. He's probably saying that a lot right now. Why they want to come and circumcise a mosquito on this one?
Right.
Yeah.
And if
Good
that's
luck
not
getting blood from this.
You could do size in the skeet.
Yeah.
Might be good too.
You're gonna take
I
the
got
last
no
of my
blood
blood
left.
here. I ain't
No
got
blood
much
left.
blood.
That would be such a zinger. You should send Jerry that joke, Wes, because that's a killer joke for an 80-something-year-old man to make when giving blood begrudgingly.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's go to Rifle, Colorado. Ever heard of it? What do you know about
No.
Rifle, Colorado?
Maybe.
Why have you heard of it?
We
Is
have
that,
heard. We
is
have.
that Boebert's gun town?
You're damn right. That's Boebert's Gun Town. That's
Shooters,
Boebert's
the
fucking
restaurant?
Gun Town. Shooters Restaurant. That's
Yeah.
she used to
Wasn't
own
there a
it,
Santa
remember?
Claus controversy in Rifle, Colorado too?
Was
Well,
there?
Guys, let me tell you about the genius of shooters. It's Hooters with guns, so they call it shooters.
That's right.
That's right.
And it's also had a ton of health department complaints, and I believe it went out of
Oh, yeah.
business. Someone bought it. It's
Accidental discharges, probably. Yeah, I mean, all kinds of
Yeah,
stuff.
I'd have accidental discharge if Lauren Boebert got too close to me because she is
But
by far the hottest, white trashiest, idiot grandma Congress person that we have. Wouldn't you
Yeah,
agree?
she's punked Sarah Palin in that department. The thing is that when the health department slaps up an F, they can just shoot it right down.
That's right.
Right off the
Pew
wall.
pew.
Yeah.
I shot it into an A.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, okay, so Rifle, Colorado, Lauren Boebert, Congresswoman, hot grandma, idiot. You know that. Her son, 18-year-old Tyler Boebert, was arrested this week, guys. So many charges, 22 charges for pulling off a crime spree. And the reason I wasn't going to talk about it is like, politicians' kids were 18. Who cares? You know, I was also hand up arrested for breaking into cars when I was a kid. But a couple twists and turns made this absolutely newsworthy. So here we are. So what was Tyler doing? First of all, look at this epic mugshot. Look at that, boys.
Whoa.
Looks
That
like he's
could
from
be
the
a
60s.
Right. That could be a 70s. That could be a serial killer mugshot from the 70s easily, right?
He's on
Yeah.
the Ramones.
So blurry. Yeah.
Is that Jerry's
Ramon.
kids?
Yeah. Why is he growing the mustache when it's so thin? That'd be my question to Trevor. Is that his name,
Is it-
Trevor?
No, it's Tyler. It's in his blood. Tyler J. Boebert. He's just that type of guy. He's all sorts of white trash, Willie. The type of white trash that can only grow a mustache like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, 22 counts, guys. Colorado crime spree was breaking into cars, stealing credit cards, and then buying cool shit like McDonald's, Starbucks, and going to the sick clothes store Sheen. Never heard of that. But he did try to run one credit card for about $717 at Sheen, and it got rejected. But look, the guy didn't just steal one credit card. He stole a shit ton. That's how you get 22 charges. What did he do with these credit cards? Well, he cruised around with a group of misfit teenagers. His co-defendants are 16 years old, male, 16 years old, female, and 17-year-old female. And the reason that's important, guys, is Tyler's 18, and it's recently come out that Tyler has a sex tape with one of his co-defendants.
Bet he does.
The male
See
or
that
the female?
mustache? Bet he does.
It's
The
it's
male
like-
or the female? Yeah, good
it's
question.
like it's like the lottery. Well,
Yeah.
who knows, right? Because the male he'd be in trouble with. Let's take him off the ballot though with that mustache. Let's look between the females. We got a 16-year-old and a 17-year-old. Age of consent in Colorado 17. Age of not consent in Colorado 16. That's stats, baby. Which one is it? I don't know. But he definitely sent it to another one of the accomplices, which we know is a crime in itself. This is great.
Is that a crime to text your buddy a sex tape?
If the
there's
girl's
someone
underage,
underage in it, yeah.
it's like
Sub-18.
child porn.
Oh, so if it's a
100%.
16-year-old, that would be a crime.
Or the 17.
Snatch, snatch.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
The 17 because she's under, even if it's not statutory. Whoa.
Yeah. And he was the leader of this group, guys. He's the elder statesman, right? He's a father himself. It makes sense. He welcomed a father with a 15-year-old last year. This guy's getting the fuck around, all of in teenage ass. And
I can't pull out of this 15-year-old.
I can't pull out. She's too young. We're too young.
Oh no.
Oh man, it really irks me because my kid's like the same age as his kid, and I can't leave the fucking house to get a pack of smokes. But this guy's out committing a fucking crime spree,
And
going to
making sex
McDonald's.
tapes with new chicks. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
banging other
18-year-old,
teenagers.
17, 18-year-old fathers, they just pawn the kids off on the like the Boeberts, the other generation, and then they continue on their lives. Usually, the dudes at least generally.
That's
do
true.
that.
So does anyone want to guess how he got busted, guys? How'd they bust Boebert? They were following around his spending spree with stolen credit cards. looking
Right.
at the surveillance footage. That's right. Probably not smart of him to go and take a stolen credit card over down there to Shooter's Bar and Grill.
Yep.
No, I'm sorry. He was wearing a Shooter's Bar and Grill hoodie, which is the
Oh, no.
restaurant his mom owned. And the police recognized him partly because of that and partly because of other encounters, guys. And I want to take you back to the other encounter. I think we talked about on this show, but this is the most country-ass line of all time. So last year, Boebert was cruising around in his dad's car, flipped it, well, drunk. His buddy wasn't wearing a seatbelt, injured himself bad. Boebert's publicly tried to play it down. His buddy got pissed because he got really hurt. I think he sued them. But this was the quote, guys, about how bad he got hurt. My thumb almost got cut off. It prevented me from getting a welding job because I can't hold a TIG torch anymore. Now I'm a personal health care provider.
That's terrible.
I mean, it's a country statement if
He
I've
fell
ever
on-
heard one.
He fell on some hard times. Do you think that's what sort of springboarded him into this next crime spree? Is just
I don't
Did
know,
you get
man. This
back?
guy can't quit it. He's cruising around with teenagers, stealing credit cards, spending them at McDonald's, wearing a Shooter's hoodie, went into the come and go. One woman said that she can't pay her medical bills because of the money that he stole from her. It's
Wait a
probably
minute.
political.
Credit cards
That's
give
probably-
you your money back. Come
right,
on.
exactly.
No, no.
That's
See,
probably
it's a victimless crime if you steal it without hurting anyone. Now, if you break into a car window, that's not victimless. But if you're able to pinch your credit card without any physical or vandalism, it's a victimless crime. The credit card companies give the money back. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass. You got to get a new card, but
I mean, if
I
my
agree.
mom was giving guys hand jobs at the Beetlejuice show, I would act out a little bit too.
sure. Yeah.
You know,
right. And to that point, I think probably live comment of the week is from Taylor, who says, really hoping the apple doesn't fall far from the tree from a sex tape perspective.
be nice to see Lauren's sex tape.
Yeah.
I mean, I've Googled it. Have you guys Googled it?
No.
It's out
not
there?
yet.
No, it's not. I'm just
Oh.
Googling it in the hope.
How to
that it
let
might
us
be.
know. He's got a little alert to Google it.
You have a Google
I got an
alert
alert.
set up for it.
I got an alert set up. But yeah, no, he's in serious trouble. 4 felonies out of those 22 charges. I feel like when you fuck up, you get one freebie, like when you wreck your car and ruin your friend's welding career,
Yeah, he
right?
did one too many. He did a few too many.
And then the judge, when you go back to the judge, he's not going to go lenient, especially if they double down on a statutory rape or sharing of child pornography, which is probably
Congress kid gets an extra one, but if he's
He gets
passed,
an extra one.
yeah, Congressman gets an extra one. But once
Yeah, he'll get
3
an
or 4
extra
hits-
pass. Yeah.
Well, then one's going to hit him because the statutory or child porn distribution charges, that's going to be extra,
right,
right?
Yeah. He's praying it's a 17-year-old, right? Like, because
right.
Either way, there's a crime there.
yeah, sure. Boebert. I mean, in Rifle, Colorado, I bet Boebert is going to be able to sweet talk the judge just a little bit.
Yeah, she might get a
Holds a lot of
governor's pardon.
Holds a lot of water, draws a lot of water there. Yeah, yeah.
Shooters, bar and grill.
Shooters.
When you're
Who's up?
stealing with other people's money, you got to support your mama's business. That's what
That's
I learned.
right. That's
Yeah.
right. They'll never know it's me. They'll never catch us. Wait. Oh, damn! Wearing my Shooters Bar and Grill T-shirt.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
It's the easiest crime to get caught with credit card.
That was
because
like
I mean,
a-
there's cameras everywhere you take the cards.
It's like a slap
Yeah,
in
you
the
need
face
to,
to his
like-
mom.
It was. You probably need to use like a VPN and like go to like a internet cafe and just kind of shop
But
online.
online people get away with it. I think, like when
That's
they're
what I'm saying.
really, really careful.
You don't
Right.
need to wear your mom's swag and go into the store with cameras. You should be doing it online. You could probably order shit from Shein online.
You got to
Not
buy
to be a
gift
dick.
cards.
They disclosed how much his dad was making because of his mom's obviously like connections, and I think it was $500,000 or $400,000, right? Which is like probably like 4 times the amount of money that was coming to my household when I was 18. And my dad would give me money for McDonald's. What are they doing? You know?
$5,000 a month? That's not a ton.
No. The dad made
$500K.
$500,000 a year.
Oh, $500K. I thought you said
Plus
5,000.
whatever Lauren's making. What I'm saying is they're
they got
rolling
scratch.
it.
They got scratch. They got scratch.
Give your kid a little bit of dough.
Well, they do run
Yeah.
Shooters Bar and Grill. Remember?
Used to.
They want him to earn it, Pat. Will, was it me next? Or
Yes, sir.
is it me? All right. Well, we have a Fools That Work in Schools for you today. And we're heading to New Mexico, Albuquerque to be exact, over there at Volcano Vista High. Okay. Volcano High, pretty badass name.
Yeah.
Nice looking school.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Yeah.
It's like the name of a school in like a teen superhero movie.
Exactly, Pat.
Mhm.
Volcano High, pretty badass name. We know what else is badass? Sword fighting. Right? Everyone knows that. Everyone knows that, including
Fencing,
former
fencing or sword
fighting.
No.
Right. Okay. Because fencing is not.
I didn't say fencing.
Okay. So,
There's a big difference.
fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, even a former science teacher at Volcano Vista High, Laviata, Loviata, Laviata Mitchell knew that. That's why she brought in 2 katana swords back on May 2nd, 2022, and invited her students to have 2-minute time sword fights that she initiated by shouting, "Go!" Sorry, one sword was a katana, my bad, with a sharp blade, and one
Full
was
blades?
a rapier. Yeah, and one was a rapier or a fencing sword.
I wonder who won those matches.
unfair.
Yeah, big advantage to the katana sword, right?
Yeah.
I'll take the katana if that's okay.
Yeah.
I'd rather be able to slice them in half if that's cool.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, this is better. Yeah, big advantage of the katana wielder. These kids had no experience sword fighting, or at least I'm assuming the vast majority didn't. So a fencing sword's not going to be of much use when 2 inexperienced swordsmen are just hacking away. Right.
Yeah.
Did you really say "go" to kick it off? That's
Yeah.
that's the lamest
And-
start word.
And before the incident I'm about to say happened when they ended, she would say who died. She goes, "Oh, you totally died in that scenario."
Aren't
Like
you
she would
supposed to
tell the
say
student.
Aren't you supposed to say on guard? Isn't that the
Yes.
fencing
That's
thing?
better
Or like-
than "go" for sure.
Yes, Will, you are supposed to stay on guard.
Slice them.
Yeah, some would be better.
To the
Slicing
death.
time. So yeah, the katana is going to fuck you up, right? And it did, severely injuring one at the time 16-year-old sophomore known only as NS. And now NS's grandparents and legal guardians, Arnold and Judy Kachupin, brought forth a lawsuit this past week, which is why we're talking about it. Not only did NS have to immediately go to the hospital after her wrist was sliced open, but she's apparently experiencing permanent nerve and tendon damage and can't really use her dominant hand anymore.
She'll never be a TIG welder.
Stands for nubbed and severed.
Not
Yeah.
a swordsman.
Not
Yeah.
a swordsman.
Nicked and sliced.
I can't even weld
okay.
TIG anymore after the accident.
Yeah.
So she
Can't
like it sliced the fuck out of her wrist. Like we're talking like a deep cut. Like
Very badly cut. Very deep. All the way through
Tendons.
the muscles
Yeah.
and tendons. Yeah. Almost wrist came off. To make matters worse, Mitchell, the teacher, held this at least this is at least a last minute surprise to the students who had no idea, like until right before, that she had swords in the classroom.
well, they couldn't
Um,
train for the sword fight.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a
They had no
unfair advantage.
they had no idea they'd be attempting to kill each other until minutes before. And she goes, "I got a surprise for you." They actually didn't even know for sure until NS's gaping wound, because Mitchell told the students who she had rearranged the desks into a death circle formation that the swords were just props.
Wow. So she just that's a full psychotic break there she had in class.
Yeah. Here's a quick video of like
She hated
breakdown.
NS, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean,
Let's
she
see,
she
Big
hated
David?
someone.
You get the katana
Yeah.
and NS. Here, take the rapier. All right.
Exactly. So like there was multiple rounds, but whoever she was handing the rapier to were the kids
Right.
she
She
hated.
hated, yeah.
Let's see. NS. We'll go with heavy-handed Hank is who you will.
Yeah.
go up
Yeah, the
against.
biggest kid, the biggest, angriest kid.
You're gonna fight Rasmus.
Yeah. Problem
here.
Pete.
Get up here, Brock. Here's a quick rundown from the news about it.
Told the students she had a surprise that day and brought out 2 swords. She put on a timer, had them clear away the desks, and ordered them to take turns fighting each other, which attorneys say is captured on this cell phone video taken by the victim right before she was selected to fight. You can see students laughing and fighting with swords, while the teacher, seen here in the gray shirt, looks on.
We don't know what was going through her mind. We have no idea what would cause a teacher to think this was a good idea and to find out exactly why and how one of their students had been so seriously hurt.
The cut, severing nerves and requiring the student to get surgery. Her attorney says she has lasting, permanent damage.
Job prospects are now off the table for her. She'll never be able to
Welding is off the table. Like
Yeah,
you
what
said.
is a
Well,
common
yeah.
theme?
Yep.
We
a
nailed
common
it. You guys
theme.
nailed it.
I mean, in the era where so few jobs are dictated by your ability to use your hands physically, these people
They're off the table for her.
are
So
She can't be a hand model. But yeah, so students
teacher.
described Students described NS's injury as a gaping wound that instantly started spurting out blood, which led former teacher Mitchell to exclaim, "I'm in trouble."
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was an eruption of blood. It's a little Volcano High humor for you. The teacher then refused to call NS's guardians, the grandparents, and was struggling to find the nurse's phone number or figure out how to get in touch with the nurse on campus. So NS almost bled to death during this. Finally, when NS was feeling nauseous and weak and nearly passing out from blood loss a full 20 minutes after the slicing, Mitchell gave in and called her grandparents. And then 10 minutes later, 30 minutes after the incident, 911 was called. They rushed over and took her by ambulance to the hospital.
Hold on. Mitchell's a teacher?
Yeah, Mitchell's the teacher.
She called the kid's grandparents
20 minutes afterwards.
while she was fucking spurting blood all over the classroom.
She tried not
20
to call.
minutes after.
Right. She tried not to call everybody. She was at first she was like, walk it off. Huh?
You're fine.
And then
you're
the blood
fine.
kept spurting. And then
She spent 20 minutes running every scenario through her head that would get her out of this. And
Look,
then,
it's not so bad.
yeah.
She's past that. I got a call.
Yeah, and then she also ordered, by the way, NS was filming the first one. She's like, get up here, film me. She ordered everyone that was filming to delete the footage after NS's injury.
she couldn't with the severed hand though. She couldn't.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Dude, what a hardcore teacher this is, man.
Dude, she's a psycho. Come on.
Give us your phones.
She was fired, obviously. The lawsuit, which also names the vice principal, probably because he or she was made aware of the situation and bungled it, or maybe because NS and her family hate him or her, mentions that NS can't prepare food anymore or even fasten her own buttons or zippers while getting dressed, and she's depressed, doesn't want to see anyone anymore, and is suffering from PTSD. So Volcano High VP, former teacher Mitchell, and maybe the school itself is pretty fucked as the school refuses to comment.
Well, they owe everything to NS. NS wins every
District
lawsuit.
is in trouble.
It's
They got cash, right? It's a nice school.
Yeah.
really nice
I
school.
don't want to be a dick, but if this happened to any of us in high school, PTSD and depression,
Dude, anybody who gets
Well,
sliced
you
up by a
throw that in the
katana sword
lawsuit, Pat.
provided by the
think
teacher,
about the lawsuit.
they're paid forever.
You can't use
Exactly.
your hand.
You'd
That
be rolling
sucks.
around being like, look, I can hold a cold beer, the coldest beer without flinching with this
Yes,
thing.
we would have got caught trying to
Honestly,
trying to
honestly, Pat, what I'd be thinking is I can't wait to make millions of dollars off the lawsuit and buy cool shit with it. But I would have my parents throw in the PTSD and all that shit in there.
grandparents.
The grandparents, right?
try to just stay in the basement and game, and just duck it out until you had the millions because they're coming. Yeah.
Yep.
You couldn't. Yeah. You jerk
No
my
shit.
hand. That's
Oh no, they're coming, Wes. They're coming because teacher Mitchell was just being stupid, I guess. And that's the name of this next segment. Okay. A bunch of topics here where people were just being stupid, I guess. Recycling. Count me as one of the hopeful numbskulls thinking that recycling, plastics and whatnot, that stuff got reused somehow because now the Guardian reports plastic companies knew for 30 years that recycling was not viable, but promoted it regardless. So
It says they lied.
Right. They lied with a recycling-based article headline. It's pretty awesome.
wow. So no way. The DuPonts, they would never do something messed up like that. The DuPonts in the plastic world, no way. Damn. Wow. Okay.
So it's all just going to landfills.
Not all of it, but certain
like-
people aren't doing what they're supposed to be
Yeah,
doing.
like 1,000% of it. Over in China, where scientists have figured out for some reason how to fit 14,000 4K movies onto a Blu-ray disc. That's what they're doing. So we can go back to Blu-ray discs for some reason. So, but now 14,000 4K movies on a Blu-ray disc. So
a lot of Blu-ray is still around. It didn't go like with private servers, people ripping their Blu-rays off private servers, and Blu-ray is still a thing.
I hear
Someone's
Laserdisc is coming back too. Gonna make a
throwing
big.
Laserdisc, sure, it's back. But like someone throws a fit when they can't find their Blu-ray, and you're like, relax, it's just one Blu-ray. They're like, no, it had 14,000 movies on it.
Right, or one scratch ruins all 14,000.
Right.
Physical
You don't want
cloud.
all of your shit. You don't
Great
want your entire
idea,
library on one
Beijing
Blu-ray.
scientists. Or how about China's best friend in America, Gavin Newsom? Turns out that when Gavin, California governor, signed the bill that raises the minimum wage of fast food workers from $16 to $20 an hour in California last September, that's called the Fast Food Accountability and Standards Recovery Act, the FAST Act in California. It actually includes an unusual carve-out that exempts, quote, chains that bake bread and sell it as a standalone item, unquote. We covered that at the time the bill was passed. It was strange. Well, it turns out that Panera, the same company who has killed, a bunch of people with charged lemonades, as Marcus covered, are actually now exempt from California's new fast food minimum wage laws because Panera Bread baron Greg Flynn, there's a picture for you guys, he's high school buddies with Gavin Newsom, and he donated heavily to Newsom's governor campaigns, according to Bloomberg, and I guess that's ipso facto how Panera Bread is now exempt from the minimum wage hike in California.
They make all sorts of things besides bread, like that death lemonade you mentioned.
Yeah. Yeah. So how could you make them do it for more money? Because they're doing such good things with the charged lemonade.
Mac and cheese.
Yeah.
They have half their items don't have bread.
It's fun to find just a real clear, everything's corrupt in politics with these assholes, but it's great when it's just this clear. It's this bill. High school buddy.
It was
everyone.
It was written for
Panera.
him because the bread's in it and Panera's bread.
It's for him. Yeah, it's a competitive advantage for Panera. He's actually the biggest restaurateur in America, one of them. Now, unsurprisingly, McDonald's and Chipotle are blaming Gavin Newsom for all of their food inflation, woes in preparation for President Biden to blame them for the food inflation woes during the upcoming State of the Union address, which he's already said he's going to do. So it's a big Mexican standoff of blaming each other for food inflation now. Gavin Newsom, McDonald's, and Biden. So,
oh man, he doesn't even own Panera. He just owns a fuck ton of Panera franchises.
Yeah, he owns shitloads of places, but he owns almost all of them in California. So he benefits the most from the law.
Bottom line. He's that bottom line in those franchises. Producer Eric said the Wendy's CEO came out and reversed course on the
reversed
pricing.
Yeah.
Because
he reversed it.
Everyone and us and everyone else just destroyed him.
That was a smart move. Also, Mitch McConnell retiring finally. That was a smart move. But back to being stupid, I guess, real quick. Over in Peoria, Illinois, where the police department has apologized for their Call of Duty ad promotion to hire more younger cops, where they all dressed up like it was the Call of Duty to do a little photo shoot. And then they said Call of Duty, #join PPD. And they, but they apologized to the community. The chief did. And he said, I didn't mean that to offend anybody. That we think of it
It's
like
a good ad. Why is that offensive?
No, there's literally a study in New Zealand where they do the exact opposite, right? Where they like show cops doing not glorious shit, not cool shit, to attract less aggressive police officers. Because this gets the most aggressive police officers.
Wes, why is a bunch of
yes.
old fat mustached guys in SWAT gear with night vision goggles going against their own town? A stupid ad.
They took a weekend policing course and then they strapped an automatic weapon on them.
I mean, that looks cool,
They would have got West on the floor. Oh shit! All right.
I mean, the army ads are
different situation.
Well,
right. That's
very different purposes. Very different purposes.
Serve and protect versus
specialized.
No, it's to serve and protect. Literally, their
to go
serve
to
and
war,
protect, not to play war games.
Right, or to protect and serve our people.
Right,
a little bit different. Yeah,
it's very different.
Yeah, they were just being stupid, I guess, and perhaps stupidest of all, one 26-year-old Indian man in New Delhi has been exposed by the Indian medical community, as they like to do, for trying to eat 39 coins and 37 magnets to raise his tea, since he told the doctors that he thought zinc was good for your tea and, quote, helps bodybuilding. That's what he told them.
Why didn't he just take zinc supplements?
Right. Well, he thought you could absorb the zinc and the magnets, the zinc and the magnets.
Cheaper to just swallow some pennies than buy some zinc tablets.
That's what he thought. That's what
he
thought.
Literally cheaper.
You also get really angry when you try to pass coins out your rectum.
Yeah, that'll frustrate you. Yeah, well, Wes,
that'll get you going.
It's true. It's true. It got him going for a while. So he proceeded to eat the 37 coins and 39 magnets and then violently throw up. It did get him going for 20 days until the surgeon removed them 20 days later. And he really should have just gone to lasara.com/hardfactor to get 10% off his testosterone anyways that way. So all on the level.
That was a 20
guys,
rupee
though,
coin he ate. That's the ones that have zinc. That's 20 rupees equals 24 US cents. So Mark can do the math for you on how much he ate. But
Could have bought some zinc tablets with that.
He ate about $5 worth of maybe less, like $2.50 worth of metal. Yeah.
I'm going on Amazon. Wrap us up, Will. I'm going on Amazon to tell you.
And what's not stupid, though, real quick to end the week, a good vibe. What's not stupid, the world's strongest man 2024 is American Trey Mitchell, who's just an absolute hoss.
Wow.
And so
Nice.
it's back with us. Congrats, Trey.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Zinc tablets, $17 on Amazon. He made the right call swallowing.
Smart.
Yeah.
imagine the hemorrhoids on Trey Mitchell. Look at that photo. That
Dude,
guy.
put that guy back up. He's a
He
beast.
takes some shits, bro.
Yeah.
He's
He
a big boy.
could shit out some coins. Yeah.
He could eat 50 coins
He could-
and 100 magnets.
Yeah.
He'd be fine.
He could eat $1 and make change for you.
That's right.
Just give me a second. Yeah. Congrats, Trey.
Trey
Dude,
Mitchell,
he's
baby.
throwing. You got to watch the highlights. Trey's just tossing like 100-pound kettlebells like over this giant fence like it's nothing.
Might be a
An
buffalo
absolute
nickel in there.
Hell yeah.
Back in the USA, world's strongest man. And that's going to do it for Hard Factor Day and this week. Thank you so much for listening. As always, if you need more Hard Factor, go to patreon.com/hardfactor. 3 weekly bonus podcasts there to keep you going through the weekend. But most importantly, get out there and have yourselves a great fucking weekend.